Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the worst 6 gadgets currently in Brawl Stars. So not really a lot of changes with gadgets in the past few months, but obviously the meta changes, and that's when gadgets improve in viability and whatever else. We'll be jumping into that. So before we get into today's video, make sure you're using code SPEN or another creator code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the 6th worst gadget currently in Brawl Stars, it's going to be clay pigeons. So unfortunately, I know I could have put it like last, to be honest, but literally because of this PSG Shelly skin, it makes clay pigeons that little bit better. But honestly, clay pigeons, it's been awful for such a long time now. I was even debating whether to even put it in the list because everyone knows how bad it is, and it's been needing a change for a long while. So I'm wondering if like Brawl Stars are just holding on and just going to change a bunch of gadgets at the same time, because honestly, it's really evident that this gadget really sucks. Like, come on, it does a lot of times just 420 damage like that. I can hardly ever get much value out of it, so it's really frustrating. And for me, it could have potential to be a really good gadget because it could turn Shelly into a decent brawler, especially at chipping down brawlers at the longer range. Like when this gadget first came out, I thought it was going to be really good. Like I saw like Shelly with the sniper capability, I thought she was going to be able to deal like Piper shots across the map, but instead it's just 420 damage. So it's really unfortunate that clay pigeons actually isn't really viable at all, really. In comparison to the other gadget allows you to get really close with Shelly and then change your supers a lot easily, and obviously you want to be closer to people with Shelly, so that gadget's just going to be 100 times better. Even with the PSG Shelly skin, it has to be so much better. So it's probably going to go dash into me. I can just auto aim so fast. You guys know how fast my auto aim is with PSG Shelly. It's literally free cash. It's just so free, so free. This Rosa doesn't stand a chance when I'm using the skins. So see you later, buddy. This M's running into me as well. Oh, I'm like one shot off my super. That could have been really good. I'm actually loving the Shelly pins on my mini. I haven't even got like this love heart on my main account, so that's what you don't love to see. So I'm just going to super this in. Clay pigeons, everyone knows how bad it is. That's going to be number 6 on the worst gadgets. Let's hop into number 5. Alright guys, jumping into the 5th worst gadget currently in Brawl Stars, it's going to have to be Max's Sneaky Sneakers gadget. So ever since they changed this, honestly, I think it made it worse. So what they changed with it, it was 4 seconds, I believe, before you used to TP back. It's now 3 seconds. So I feel like you can't actually get the value out of it as before. I don't know really what change we can actually make to this gadget, because for me, it's just nowhere near as good as the other one. That's the main thing for me. Like the other gadget for Max is like one of the best gadgets in the game, and this one literally no one uses. I mean, you probably can get some form of usage out of it sometimes, but just practically the other gadget is going to be 10 times better in near enough every single situation, especially on the game modes that Max is really good on, like gem grab, like Brawl. The other gadget's just going to allow you to get the gems much easier, tank so many important shots. Yeah, it's just so much better. So for me, I don't know how I would actually change this. Like, definitely in the comment section, I'll be interested to see what you guys have for suggestions to make this gadget actually like viable at all, because they tried changing it and a lot of pros really thought like this actually made it worse somehow, which I'll be interested, because the mechanic actually has come from like other games that I've played a lot, like Valorant, Overwatch. This like ability, like the dash back to go back to full HP, that has been like in other games, and it's worked really well. It's like a cool ability there, but in Brawl Stars, I don't know if it actually works the way it wants to. So yeah, put some suggestions down to how to actually make this gadget viable. I'll be interested to hear. But for me, yeah, just everything about it, the other gadget's just much better. This Poco is chaining these screeching solos like crazy. We've got to be careful here. Of course, we're playing with randoms at like 800 trophies, so yeah, I'm hoping my randoms can do something. Let's pass this to Mortis. He should be able to score. It's an open goal, and he is able to slot it in. So yeah, that's going to be Max. That's going to be the 5th worst gadget in Brawl Stars. Let's hop into number 4. Alright, so jumping into the 4th worst gadget in Brawl Stars, it's going to be Dynamite's fidget spinner. So it wouldn't be a worst gadget video without including this. Like, let's be honest, it's always been a really bad gadget. It's really actually fun to use. It's one of the most fun ones I have, because it's just funny seeing a bunch of dynamite sticks going around in crazy directions. He also gets a little speed boost as well, so I suppose there are some positives to it. Before, it used to be really bad, but it's got some good improvements down the lines. Like, it's okay at scouting bushes, it can be really good at just getting a little bit of chip damage, but the other gadget for Dynamite is going to be insane compared to this one. So yeah, every single time you're going to be using the other gadget for Dynamite, hence why this one's just so low on the list. And yeah, I don't know what actually has to change about fidget spinner to actually be somewhat viable. Like, Comparison to the other one, like the other one even needs to be nerfed because that's a stun effect. Like a stun effect can basically guarantee you a kill on like every single brawl in the game, whilst this one you're just gonna hit like one dynamite stick, and sometimes not even that. So yeah, that's why this one is just so much more trash than the other one. Hopefully our Mortis can do something. No, we can't. I swear, every single video. You guys definitely leave it in the comment sections. You like, yeah, this video should just be titled SpenLC complaining about randoms for 14 minutes. But you see it live. You see why I'm frustrated. You see why I trash talk randoms so much. So Jesse hopefully goes down here. Mortis, yeah, Mortis is just gonna super kick it into me and do nothing. Yeah, exactly. So of course I'm gonna be carrying my randoms. Yeah, Mortis, you're not even gonna get this ball. Like I don't even care anymore. I want to keep this ball so far away from this Mortis, you won't believe it. Is he gonna win his 1v1? Oh no, of course not. I'm gonna get wrecked by an Edgar and a Mortis. Of course, when I play Dynamite, the enemy team has an Edgar and a Mortis. That's of course how it goes. Well, I wonder if we're gonna even get close to winning this game. I reckon our Mortis is probably gonna somehow throw this game. Let's just go ahead and see. He actually gets a kill there, so fair play to the Mortis there. Okay, I've got super. This should be a goal. I'm just gonna super the wall here, and Mortis, yeah, gets deleted. Edgar gonna jump on me as well. Oh no, this is just straight pain. Straight pain. BB just walking up. Mortis probably gonna... Oh, okay. He saves it. Oh, and he wastes the Edgar super. Okay, I see you, Mortis. I see you. I see you for sure. I bet Mortis is gonna break our ankles over this super. Nah, I seen that coming. I seen that coming. Okay, Mortis, go on a breakaway. Go, go, go. Come and get this goal. Nice. He super kicks it up to nothing. But BB has got a goal, actually. So, yeah. I take it all back. This Mortis is the best Mortis I've ever seen. But yeah, that's going to be a fidget spinner. Going to be a trash gadget. Always kind of will be with Dynamite. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so jumping into the third worst gadget currently in Brawl Stars is going to be the Heat Ejector Coal gadget. So even with some improvements, I just feel like this gadget, in comparison to the other one as well, is just so trash. Like, I've seen basically no usage out of it. As I said, it has improved. So at least like over time it does tickle down the opponents, but like this gadget is literally what Stu's super does. Oh, nice. I thought the Colt would have that covered, but apparently not. But as I said, like the super anyway for Stu has that little effect. I don't know how much damage it actually does to fire with Stu, but it has that effect anyway. Whilst this one you have to use a whole gadget for, which I just don't feel like is that good. So we're going to use our gadget there. We're actually going to get the Gene on fire. So we've got a little bit of usage out of that, and also on fire for the Eggo. So I mean, it can be okay, at least it does something, but in comparison to these other gadgets, it's going to be awful. So yeah, there is that. And the other gadget as well with Carl, like you can make so many cool plays, you can like pass it off, score so many cool plays. This one is just a bit lackluster. It still needs a bit of a change. Probably a little bit more damage would actually increase its viability. Not 100% sure, but we're just going to Mortis it in. We don't want Mortis saving anything. We don't want to take any risks. We want to be scoring here. So, of course, the best combo as well for it would be a protective pirouette, because you'll be getting a lot more value out of your supers. So, I'm just going to go in here. Let's try and shred these guys up. Yep, okay. That's actually going to get a lot of damage, and we're probably going to kill the Gene with that. So, yeah, you can see you can still get some value with it, but for me, it's still a pretty trash gadget. So, we're going to kill the Edgar here. We're going to super onto these guys. Don't know what this Gene's really doing. Like, he could have interrupted my super a long time ago, unless he's using the other gadget. Colt with a good pass. Jesse with a good pass back. Look at this. It's like Barcelona in their prime. Wow, our randoms just toying with the enemy team. But that's going to be a Heat Ejector. It's going to be such a bad gadget still in Brawl Stars. Let's hop into the second worst. Alright guys, so jumping into the second worst gadget currently in Brawl Stars, it's going to have to be Poco's Protective Tunes gadget. So funnily enough, it honestly has got a lot more usage than other gadgets in Brawl Stars at the moment, because the main reason for this, if you guys have seen it at all, like people are using Poco in a few combinations with like double tank, because people are using a lot of Crow right now, especially on maps like Backyard Bowl, like on Bot Drop. Those are the really popular maps for Crow. So Crow's slow is like really annoying, so you can use this gadget to get rid of those effects, and that's one reason why it's at least usable. But other than that, that's the only scenario where I can feel like this gadget is going to be to any sort of usage. Like, it for sure probably needs either, I don't know, how would you actually change this gadget, because for me, it just doesn't do too much. Like, look at that. I pop my gadget, and then when I go back into the M super, I'm just going to be slowed again. So maybe it just needs to remove the slow effect for a certain amount of time, maybe. Like, I'm not 100% sure. And it has to be, like, really comp specific. So as I said, like, people sometimes go Poco with this gadget in competitive because they feel like they'll feel so strongly that the enemy team is going to go Crow that is just going to completely counter that slow. So yeah, that's the only reason why. You've got to like pray the other team are going to be using a Crow or something with some form of slowing effect. But look at my randoms. They are so OP today. They're so good. I'm not going to be complaining at all other than that other Mortis the other game. But yeah, that's going to be Poco protective tunes. Alright guys, so jumping into the worst gadget currently in Brawl Stars. By a long stretch, I feel like it's going to be Jean's Vengeful Spirits gadget. So for me, I just never ever see a purpose for this gadget. Even on the long range maps, a lot of the time still people are going to be hiding behind walls. And it's not going to do a lot of damage. As you can see, like 560 damage, you're literally tickling the enemy team. Like, what is 560 damage? Wow, that Gale just completely wrecked our Mortis. But yeah, as I was saying, never see a purpose for this, especially on these. Well, basically every single map has a lot of walls on them, so I just can't see the value in it. The other gadget is just so good in knocking back the enemy team, getting them off away from you. Obviously, Jean really suffers at close range, especially against a lot of brawlers because there's a slow reload speed and it can just become really vulnerable. This one is just not going to be doing too much, is it? Like, the other good thing about it is that I think, I don't know how many times like this Vengeful Spirits gadget can actually come out. I think it can actually like shoot a lot of different targets, which is like the only positive thing about it. But when is that ever going to be a scenario? I don't think that's ever going to be a good scenario that's going to actually benefit you. So again, I'm going to use it as a gadget. It's just going to take like 600 damage. It's nothing. It's really not going to help you in any sort of way. So I'm hoping for a big buff to this gadget because Jean, to be honest, has got two really bad gadgets. Like, I hope he gets a big buff to this gadget at least because it looks like a fun gadget. Like, it's cool that these like go out and automatically hit every single enemy around you. It probably would be a little bit too OP if you gave it too much damage. Like, I can just imagine it like the B gadget, which used to just swarm and just kill basically the whole enemy team. But like in this scenario, it's just never going to be good. So that's going to be Jean with that gadget. Like, you expect me to lose with it, I'm just going to keep that in there because it's just trash. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. There's going to be the worst gadgets currently in Brawl Stars. So let me know what you think of my list. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think are the worst gadgets as well. But as I said, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.